levels here, and the idea was that there would be multiple flexible teaching and learning spaces. So on the top level here, we've got a space that's mainly used by junior primary students, because that's where we have all of their level books. But that's not to say that other students don't come into this space when they feel a need for it as well. Obviously, the taller bench type seats are used a lot by the older children, and there's also a Mac computer over there where a lot of the older students do some video work and some music work as well, where they're creating their own music and things like that. The furniture in here is designed to be moved around and reconfigured to suit whatever purpose is relevant at the time. There are taller mushroom seats, and there are shorter cubular seats to suit whatever age children are going to be in here.
Mushrooms are gorgeous, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are
I don't think
good.
I've seen any quite like that before.
Yeah, the colours are good.
The shape of them, is it, it's just imaginative.
Yes, yeah, that's right, it is. And there's a data projector set up over there for any teaching that occurs with an Apple TV as well, so we're able to mirror from our iPads through the Apple TV. There's a lift over there, and that's to cater for a child at the school that we have with a physical disability. That's why the lift is over in that space. And then over here we've got more working spaces for students, doubles as display spaces if that's what we need at the time. We've got a couple of big tables here with books on them, and those tables move. Everything's on wheels, so the idea being that we can reconfigure the space to suit whatever purpose. For example, one of the music teachers came to me this morning and mentioned that she'd quite like to have a concert in here in about 3 weeks' time, and that concert is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So when she comes in here, they'll be able to move all of the bookshelves out of the way. They're all on wheels and set out seating for the adults. So it's deliberately designed so that it's flexible enough to suit any teaching and learning situation that occurs. You've got the steps over here, and they're designed to be another teaching area or a group work collaborative type area, and that was designed deliberately with that in mind. And there's sort of a small teaching area down there, but you can make it a larger teaching area if those bookcases are just moved out of the way. So we might just continue down these steps. They have the grade 7 graduation ceremony in here, because up until now we've only had the 2 classes, so it's been manageable enough to actually have it in this space. And so the 2 classes of grade 7s stand here and sit here during the ceremony, and then all of the parents are out here in chairs, and it's really quite lovely. It's an intimate atmosphere for a ceremony like that. And so these shelving units are all movable. We just move those out of the way, and if we want to create changing type displays to match children's interests, we can sort of create those fairly easily. The novels are all displayed in genres, and the children have played a part in sort of that decision and creating the little posters to match the genres, things like that. Oh, this is a really good example of the flexible nature of the furniture, because the children play with the Xbox Connect there in that little area, and they usually have an audience watching them, and so that allows for them to line the kids up and to have some sort of order, and to have an audience, and it's almost like its own little mini amphitheatre really. And I think the light and the openness is a real feature of this library as well. It's incredibly light filled, I think, which really adds to the open feeling of it. Well, here's another example of how the tables can be utilised. That was a group of teachers meeting Robotics Club worked here yesterday afternoon, so they had those tables out. You've got some of these donuts or lifesavers that the children used to sit on, easily taken out and used and then put back. There's a small group of children at the moment organising a quiet reading corner. So they had chosen some books, and they did have these tables up as a bit of a barrier, but have since been taken down. And then you've got this lovely outdoor space here, which is our deck. It's utilised a lot during the lunch times, and some teachers bring their classes out here as well. I think the whole BER model was so very restrictive with what they allowed schools to design, and I think schools were able to have such a small amount of input into the end design, whereas I think this is what this team of people did very, very well. They had quite a number of parents who were experts in their field, including someone quite high up in e-learning in Queensland, and they really pushed the envelope, I think, with what they were able to achieve by the end of it. And so at the table you had the architects and the people for the BER project, but you also had a number of our experts really pushing them in what they were wanting to do. And I think that's why they've had such a good outcome.